So hi guys, I'm going to make different type of videos, like reading stuff. I'm going to make my regular videos, but this time I'm going to read Clubhouse and Mysteries. It sounds interesting. I got it for Easter, because for Easter I saw some books and they looked interesting. The Buried Bones Mystery by Sharon M. Draper. And this is the first book, so I might read number 2. So chapter 1. School was over in the summer morning stretched ahead like a soft, sweet piece of bubble gum. It was still very early for a boy who just finished 5th grade and promised himself he would sleep until noon every day of summer vacation. But the day was warm, and no matter how he tried to ignore it, the sunshine called him early to get up. Rico Johnson grabbed his basketball and headed down to the Ziggy's house. Rico liked to go to the Ziggy's house because it was so different from his own. Rico lived with his mom, who drove a dull brown car and worked in an office building downtown, where she wore sensible flat shoes and wrote careful letters to people in other offices. She went bowling with her friends every Friday night and took Rico to piano lessons every Saturday afternoon. She was the kind of mom who didn't think dinner was complete unless a green vegetable was served. Basically boring, thought Rico. But Ziggy's house, now that's another story. It was huge, brightly painted, and cheerful. Ziggy's mom sometimes planted flowers and sometimes vegetables in the front yard, so there was an odd assortment of tomatoes, plants, roses, corn, and lilies growing together. The grass was cut whenever even been kept short by Ziggy's Uncle Raffles' pet goat. Trimmed or not, it always looked soft and inviting. It was a perfect place to stop and rest on a hot day. Ziggy's doorbell didn't work, so Rico knocked on the screen door. Raffle came to the door, looking sleepy and confused. His hair and long braided hung down over his eyes. So little, Mon. You come see Ziggy? Rico grinned and nodded. Still asleep. Go get his lazy bones up, Mom. Raffle let Rico and headed back to the bed to finish his morning nap. 3 more uncles and cousins were staying with Ziggy's family, but the house felt large in Ziggy's room. Ziggy's mom came from a family of 14 in Jamaica, so she kept her door open to any relative who needed a place to stay. Rico had spent the night at Ziggy's many times, so he knew exactly where he was headed. He ran upstairs and turned left and opened the bathroom door. There in the bathtub, wrapped in army sleeping bag, lay Ziggy. He was wide awake. "I've been waiting for you, Mon," said Ziggy with a grin. "What's up?" "Not you, man. Why are you still sleeping in the tub? You got a perfectly good bed right across the hall." "Ah, Rico, Mon. A soft bed is for sissies. I'm practicing for when I become a spy for the FBI of I. Spies? gotta be tough, Besides, when I gotta get up and go to the bathroom at night, I'm already there. Rico laughed and helped Ziggy get out of the tub. And Ziggy got dressed and brushed his teeth, grabbed his basketball, put on large black, yellow, and green hat. His mother had knitted a tucked his braids inside. Then he and Rico headed downstairs. Ziggy's mom, who was already in the kitchen cutting onions for dinner, smiled at him and said, "It be onions for dinner." Smiled at him and said, "It'll be a fine morning for you, young doodles like you two. Make sure you eat something before you leave." Ziggy grabbed 2 onions and took a big bite of one and said with a full mouth, "We'll be playing basketball, Mom. Be back soon." Rico, who usually had cereal and juice and toast in the morning, just like a pitcher in front of a cereal box, and was always playing surprise at what Ziggy ate for breakfast. Yesterday, Ziggy had eaten a cold ear of corn with peanut butter. "Don't be afraid to try new ideas," Ziggy had said. When we're spies of FBI, we may have to eat bugs." Rico hoped not, but he didn't tell Ziggy. And here's a picture. So when I get to page 7 or 6, I'm going to be done reading. They were both laughing as they left Ziggy's house and headed for a basketball court down the street. They practiced bouncing their basketballs on the sidewalk exactly at the same time. So that was only the fun could be heard inside of it too. Laughing and concentrating. They didn't even hear Jerome sneak up behind him. He knocked both balls out of their hands, yelling, "And Washington famous come behind from a sneak attack. Take the ball from you two rookies once again." "You think you so slick, Jerome," said Ziggy. "But I knew you were there all along. I just wanted to think I didn't see you." "Yeah, I forgot, Ziggy. That you were in a training to be a spy of FBI. Rico and Jerome shouted and used. And Jerome lived with his grandmother and 2 little sisters. Some days he couldn't come out to play with the other guys because he had to babysit. Once he took his sisters with him to a basketball court, and Latanya had fallen and bumped her head on a rock. She screamed like her head was split wide open, even though it was just a tiny bloody spot. She couldn't even wait to tell Granny, of course. And after Granny had given her a little plastic bag of ice to put on it, she got great pleasure in announcing to Jerome, "Granny said you can't ever take us down there anymore. You've got to stay here with us until she gets back." So we're just going to stop here. We're going to read more tomorrow. I left off here. So I hope you like this video. And make sure to subscribe with a notification bell, please. So, peace out. Woo! Now, and have a nice day.